Walmart robots, Obama's civic duty, and Facebook transparency. Hi, I'm Rob Anspach from Anspach Media, and welcome to episode 165 of What's Trending. Hey, if you're just tuning in, what I do is I take some of the trending subjects on Facebook and give you my spin, my thoughts, my take, my opinion. Before I get into the trends, did you know that today is National Chocolate Day? It is. Did you know that Hershey's Chocolate World in Hershey, Pennsylvania offers a free chocolate tour ride which educates visitors on how chocolate is made? I did. You know, I live about 45 minutes, depending on traffic, away from Hershey's Chocolate World, and we tend to visit 2 to 3 times a year, and we load up on our favorite chocolate and candies. Yeah, and the ride is, it's a nice little ride. It swings you around different things, and you get to interact with some animation, and it's pretty cool. At the end of the ride, you get a free candy bar, so I think it's worth it. Well, let's get into the trends because we have a few interesting ones here. For those that go to Walmart, I tend not to go there. And I've shared this my viewpoint with you guys before on various episodes, so I won't have to deal with that right now. I just want to get into this trend here because it's fascinating and scary at the same time. It says Walmart will soon have robots roaming the aisles in 50 stores. Well, you know that there's more than 50 Walmart stores, but they're trying it out in 50 stores. It says robots will soon be roaming up and down the aisles in 50 Walmart stores, scanning for out-of-stock items and other errors. I guess that's all well and good, but does it only scan for the things that it can actually see? How's it going to find items that are behind other items? So I think it's only going to be a half as effective as they think it's going to be. Plus the fact that how many people are going to run into these things? Because when I've gone into Walmarts, people are very chaotic. They got their shopping carts. These things roaming around are going to freak people out. So you know what they're going to do? They're going to run their shopping carts into these things. They're going to knock them over. They're going to kick them. Little kids are going to play on them. They're going to try to ride them. I just think it's going to turn out to be a disaster. But, it's just my opinion. Well, President Obama, former president, has been called for jury duty. Yep. His former president, Barack Obama, has been busy since he left the Oval Office, but that packed schedule doesn't mean that he's immune from doing his civic duty. Now imagine, Barack Obama gets called for jury duty, and he gets elected to a jury. Well, we all know that Secret Service will be there. And how will that play out, knowing that basically a jury is supposed to be people that don't know the convicted or the person that's going before a jury for trial? Everybody seems to know who Obama is, and that could sway the jury's decision on how the whole case plays out. So, yeah, he might have his civic duty, and, we can't prevent that from happening, but I don't think elected officials in that capacity should serve on jury duty. Just my opinion. Well, Facebook has been under upheaval, you could say. They've been scrutinized and about their involvement in allowing Russia to place ads that supposedly affected our political turnout. But it says Facebook, in a reversal, is going to publish cache of political ads. Facebook announced a plan to increase transparency about its role in political advertising on Friday, ahead of congressional hearings next week on social media companies and Russia's meddling in the last election. You know what? Facebook is guilty as the Russians. I'm sorry. When you allow someone to advertise on your platform, you're taking responsibility for what they advertise. Just like newspapers, newspapers used to have a criteria that, if they did not like the ad that was being placed in their magazine, or, even radio, they could deny it. Well, Facebook had really no real mechanism to scan through ads to deny. Occasionally they would slap you on the wrist and say, hey, don't post that, don't run that as an ad, don't boost that. But when big companies have plenty of money, Facebook is going to look the other way. And that's exactly what they did in this situation. So now some people are going to say, well, Facebook, is bigger than that. They can take people's money and do this and do that, and they won't get slapped. You better believe they will. And, it's not just Facebook. And I'm not trying to point all the fingers at Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. They're all the same. They're not too big to get slapped. And, when it comes before a congressional hearing, if they're found guilty, they're going to have to pay the price. So I just think that with any company accepting money for ads, more scrutiny, more transparency needs to be there. Just my opinion. Well, that leads us to the question of the day. Since today is National Chocolate Day, the question is, what's your favorite type of chocolate bar? Curious to know your answer. Just comment below. Hey, if you like this episode, remember to give me a like, comment, and a share. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. And if you'd like to learn more about what I do to help my clients build trust with their audience, visit me at anspachmedia.com. Well, that's it for the show, folks. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you tomorrow on episode 166.